photography from Brooks Institution in 2008. She was the studio manager and portrait photographer for an upscale boutique portrait studio in Calabasas. Throughout her work experience, she has learned how to guide a person through a portrait session, alleviating the fear of being photographed. The most common question her clients ask is, "What do I do in my portrait?" This morning, Brianna will share some useful informational tips to better prepare yourself for your next portrait. Title is Arms, Teeth, and Charm.
How many of you have ever had a professional portrait taken? Senior portraits? Have any of you ever had to have a business portrait taken? Many of you. It can be something as excruciating as going to the dentist. You know the moment well when you're standing there in front of the camera and the photographer says, "Smile." You're looking sharp and your insides are cringing and you're thinking, "What do I do now?" The purpose of my presentation is to share with you some useful information to prepare you for your next portrait. Everyone has a profile picture these days, whether it is in a social or a professional setting. These tips will help you to become more at ease with having your portrait made. Did you know there's a difference between viewing yourself in the mirror and seeing a picture of yourself? It's different. The mirror is a reverse image, a contradiction, a switch. The law of reflection is at work. When you look into a mirror, you're looking at the opposite image of yourself. When you're looking at a photograph, you're looking at the way other people see you. Ladies, how many of you are guilty of having your hair parted one way? You look at a picture of yourself and you think, "Wait a second, it's supposed to go the other way." That's because of this law of reflection. It's an opposite when you look in the mirror. So every day when you're getting ready, you're used to seeing yourself one way, but when in actuality, everybody else sees you the opposite way. So how can I prepare for a portrait so I feel confident and I look good? First, you need to determine the purpose of your portrait by asking a few questions. Why are you having your picture taken in the first place? Is it going to be used to market your business? Is it going in the school yearbook? Where and how will this picture be used? Using the environment you work in adds interest to your portrait. The purpose of any business portrait, for example, is to be friendly and approachable, warm and inviting. That way, clients will call you. You uphold the company image. In your portrait, you want to appear friendly. Therefore, the focus of the portrait is your face. All the elements within the image should lead to the face, not distract the viewer from it. So what do I do with my arms? In many business photos, you'll see the subjects with their arms crossed. After all, arms are awkward things and it can be hard to make them look natural in photographs. Crossing your arms can be instinctive, but the body language that it communicates contradicts a warm and friendly portrait. Crossing your arms is a defense gesture used to keep people away from you. You may even look angry when you cross your arms. So crossed or uncrossed? So crossed or uncrossed, which image is more approachable? With your hands down or with your hands in front of you? Should I smile with or without my teeth? When we smile with our teeth, it shows that we are friendly and we are warm and inviting. When you smile with your mouth closed, you have the tendency to look angry and you can distract your viewer away from you. Whether your mouth is open or closed, it's a personal preference, but remember that you want to look friendly, warm, and inviting. What do I wear? Most classic question. Now remember, the goal of any portrait is to direct the viewer to your face. So when you wear solid colors, there are no elements to distract you. If you can see in this example where she's wearing stripes, it makes her look wider than she is, bigger than she is. Nobody wants that. Solid colors help you look more slim, more feminine, and they don't distract from the face. Bright colors give us a contrast, but it might be too much for the eye to handle, so be careful. Reds, yellows, and bright pinks can be very distracting. That's why darker colors, purples, browns, blacks, and grays photograph better, because they're not challenging the face. They're complementing it, guiding the viewer to your face and not your bright red shirt, as you can see in the example here. Everybody needs a profile portrait. And remember, the goal is to direct the viewer to your face. So above all, be modest. Everybody needs a professional photo, whether for work or to market their own selves. And knowing your purpose, being friendly and warm and inviting, and smiling with your teeth all help you to be more comfortable with your portrait. In closing, I would like to share with you a story of my friend Cindy Nexon. She called me at the studio I was working in, and she said, "I need to have my portrait redone." And I said, "Okay." And she said, "But I hate having my picture taken." And in my head, I'm thinking, of course you do. Every woman hates having their picture taken. And then she tells me that on her wedding day 27 years ago, her husband said, "Don't smile like that. It's not pretty. Smile this way." And so for 27 years, this woman has been smiling a certain way in photographs. So I educated her on, why are you having your picture taken for work? Okay, you want to be warm and inviting, you need to give a natural smile. We talked about clothing, and we talked about her smile mostly. She came into the studio, she wore what she wanted to wear. You can see it's very distracting, although she said it's more professional looking. The sleeveless caps and the detail in the front distract you from her face, and her smile is not very natural at all. After talking with her a little bit and learning about this story her husband had told, I finally got her to open up and give a natural smile, and you can see a big difference in the image on the left. Solid colors, not distracting from the face, not giving us any different elements from the bottom on this side. So, in conclusion, remember to know the purpose of your photograph, smile with your teeth, because it shows that you're friendly and approachable, and keep your arms down by your side so you're not trying to hide anything. Thank you.